For young OJ, life was a little unfair.
We don't want your pulp. Go zick yourself.
Put on some pants!
Until he made a very special wish.
I wish I was ballsy.
Now he's going to show the world just how much he's grown. John O.J. Harrington stars in Big Balls, coming to a theater near you in 2016.
You want to do this? Let's go.
Let's do it. Take two.
Hello, friends, neighbors, and folks really, really far away. You are the strong, the proud, the ballsy. And this is the show. I'm OJ, and here's the man we've all been waiting to hear, just not as long as we usually have to wait to do so. John Rambo.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you, OJ? Looking beautiful as always.
You are, yes, you're right.
So that was take two, because the first time we tried to do this, there was several problems. I was just like, let's just redo it. Which actually never happened to us before. You know? We usually don't have these performance problems. I swear to God. This usually does not happen to me.
John, it happens to podcasters everywhere.
This usually doesn't happen to me. It must be something I ate, or I don't know what's going on. Or, but we're here. We got the job done. As long as you get the job done, it doesn't matter as long as it takes to get there. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, it happens to a lot of podcasters, and that's why we're pleased to present you our new product, Podkialis. That's right, friends. Are you having performance problems on your podcast? Just one pill. Warning, if podcasts last longer than 4 hours, please consult a physician.
It's a suppository as well. So John, you really like that intro?
Yeah, I did, although I'm looking at this art and I look really depressed.
Oh, Layla made that.
That's really nice, but I look so sad.
You never looked better, in my opinion.
Do I look tired all the time, John? I'm sorry. I'll try and be
John,
less tired.
I was making that intro, and something came to me, and I realized I was like, John's my muse. You are my creative outlet, my clay. You are like clay, John, and I mold you. You know, I don't know what I'd do without you. You are my vehicle, my form of expression.
I'm flattered, man.
Is that okay? You don't take it the wrong way or anything?
No, I'm not taking it the wrong way. I mean, wow. Yeah. I didn't realize I was that important.
Well, I wasn't really being serious, but no, it's true. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, wow. I really do make that face.
Yeah.
Dang.
So we're up a little earlier today. I got to go out tonight.
Oh?
I got to help out a family member.
Oh.
I'm supposed to actually be there at 8, but I'm not going to be able to get. It's like an hour away. I'm not going to get there till 9. So, you know, I tried my best. Yeah, it's kind of cool because I noticed a lot of new people in the chat today. Got a lot of new faces.
Nice to see you guys.
Maybe it'll work out in a good way, you know.
It had better.
That's part of the problem with going live is there's no time that works for everyone in the world. It's impossible.
No. For
people, it's too late. For some other people, it's too early. So we'll try to get it just right, maybe at some point. I don't know. And you're supposed to be eating dinner now. You're all worried. I'm like, can you do it at 6:30? He's like, yeah, but that's when I eat dinner. I was like, you can eat dinner on the show. So where's the dinner? What happened here?
Well, as it turns out, I didn't get home until 6:15, and it would have taken too long to microwave my food.
You could have done it.
Nope, wouldn't have made it to 6:30.
You okay?
It would have taken two rounds in the microwave.
What are you making there?
Well, a typical OJ dinner when I'm really lazy and don't have any food prepared is
candle wax. You just eat it, drink it.
Almost.
What is it? Tell us.
Tastes about the same. A bag of frozen vegetables that cooks in the microwave with no seasoning whatsoever. About half a bag of that, and then a bunch of egg whites, which I'll either eat with a little bit of curry ketchup on them or put between 2 pieces of wheat bread to make a sandwich with a little bit of curry ketchup on them.
Wow, fancy.
Oh, man, it is.
So now you're even hungrier now that we're talking about what you're going to eat eventually, and you can't have it.
Well, I'm actually going to be able to eat the vegetables, but here's the problem, folks. Very important. If I open the egg whites, they're all going to go bad because I'm not going to be here in time to eat them all. So I'm going to have a peanut butter.
OJ's leaving us. We're going to talk about that a little later. We'll touch upon that. OJ's taking off. Got some other little things I want to talk about. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I want to find out what you're planning, because I know you're Mr. Romance.
Oh, hardly.
So I want to know what to do. We're going to ask you maybe some relationship advice and what should be done on Valentine's, the perfect OJ Valentine's Day. We could plan that out maybe.
Oh, gosh. I got a couple things, too.
All right. The first thing I want to talk about, because it affected us, and this show's mostly, the only reason this show is really done is to entertain ourselves, really. That's the main purpose of it. So I'll talk about something that affected us recently. Got a lot of snow.
A little bit.
A little bit. How'd you guys do? What's the count over there?
I think we got about 18 inches.
Yeah, wow.
I think you guys got hit more, a lot more.
I don't think I got as much. Howard's area over there, they got, like, destroyed.
Oh, gosh. When you get up towards more northwestern Connecticut, away from the coast, it was just destruction.
All right. I got about 2 feet from what I could
Hmm?
measure. I got about 2 feet.
Wow. Yeah, my friend was snowed in with about 30 inches. He couldn't come to work. He had to work from home.
That sounds a little bit like, did someone go to verify that? Because if I worked there, I'd probably make the same excuse.
He sent us a photo of his driveway, allegedly. And there's 3 cars, one of which is completely buried, and the other 2, you can barely see the tops.
Yeah. So definitely want to have Howard on here. And he made a video. He actually put out a video of you with your Mario suit. It's like 30 seconds. Yep. Howard showcases on YouTube. And he also put a video. And I guess what happened over in his area and also in some other areas is like they refused to plow. They just didn't have the resources to plow. Are you looking at that picture? Is that what your face was?
Please continue.
Yeah. I just saw you just grimace like, oh my God, what the hell is that? Yeah, so certain areas they just decided not to plow for anyone. I don't know exactly what happened there. And where I live, which is kind of like a rural area in a lot of ways, they didn't really plow. So what happened was all the neighbors kind of helped each other out. And there's a few people that have plows in the neighborhood, and they did the road. And one guy did my driveway, which was nice. And so everyone kind of pitched in and did what they had to do, without relying on the people with the suits and the cash to dictate what happens. It was kind of funny because the aid for Sandy, for the storm Sandy, came through. Like they finally passed like the bills or whatever to give aid to people. And this guy came to my house, and he's going to every house, and he has like a form, and he's like, if you had any damage, you could fill out this form and possibly get some money for to pay for the damage you had, right? Because that's what it's all about. And it's kind of funny because he came like the day after this storm, in reference to the storm from like 6 months ago. Oh. I'm like, that's cool. What about this one? I guess I'll see you in 6 months. We talking about this one too.
Aww.
But it was kind of ironic, but I don't know. I didn't do too bad because like the power didn't go out.
That's good.
The power always goes out. It goes out when it's
It
goes out when it's like too hot. It goes out. I don't know.
Well, that's because everyone's turning on the air conditioner and
yeah. So the power didn't go out, and I didn't really have to shovel that much because the dude plowed me out. But I do have a porch, and I made a video actually of me walking around out there. I don't know if you saw that, but
not yet. No.
I have a porch, and it's like collapsing. It's like rotting. It's old. It's from I think it was built in the '60s or something like that. So like if you get that much snow on it, it's going to collapse. So I had to get out there and start digging it out. And,
I could just picture you on the porch while the snow's coming down with like a high-powered fan just trying to blow it all away.
No, I don't really care if it collapses or not that much. Like,
Isn't your grill on there?
Yeah, but I could put the grill anywhere.
Isn't it propane?
I can go in the bathroom. It's not a big deal. But I got out there and got it done. And I made this video.
What does that even mean?
I made this video. I was walking around out there. And to my surprise, a lot of people in the comments, John, were like, "Oh, you're really lucky," and that, "Oh wow, I wish I had snow," and then things like that. Some people were like, "I just want to touch that snow," they said.
Among some other things, but yeah.
So then I started thinking about it after I saw that, and it kind of made me realize, like, you know what, it's true. It's kind of a cool thing, as long as it doesn't damage your property.
Yeah, or impede you in some way.
Right. Well, it did, but But it's kind of like a magical thing if you think about it. Like, in a couple months, it's going to be 90 degrees.
Scary.
And at that point, it was, 10 degrees and you had 3 feet of snow. So it's very cool. And at the end of the day, you're really at the mercy of just nature, and it kind of just makes you feel real small and insignificant.
Well, I feel that way anyway.
Oh, come on, John.
But you could just run around and go stomping through the snow. I mean, a lot of people don't get to do that.
Exactly. Do you have? Do you enjoy the snow? Did you play in the snow?
I love snow. Well, I mean, I that's one of the things I got to talk about.
Did you eat the yellow snow?
Only if I made it myself.
Oh, okay, that's good.
But no, I got some snow stories for you from Friday when the storm hit.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I got tickets a few months ago to go see Passion Pit and Matt and Kim at Madison Square Garden, New York City for Friday.
What is that?
Apparently, the weather decided it hated me.
That's a burlesque act of some sort, I'm sure.
It kind of ended up that way when Kim took her shirt off, but anyway. So what ended up happening was the roads were destroyed. Everybody worked from home. But there's a train station within, less than a mile from my house, and the trains were still running into the city at that time.
Yeah.
So I packed up all my stuff, put plastic bags over my socks, put on my junkiest pair of shoes, and walked about 3/4 of a mile to the train station to head into New York. Because Madison Square Garden it says on their website, yeah,
you went to
we
MSG,
rarely cancel events due to inclement weather.
Well, they're more prepared there. There's a lot of people that have equipment.
So basically, this is what they're saying. If you don't live in New York City, F you. No refunds,
yeah, they got their money.
Nothing. Have fun trying to scalp when no one in your area can actually make it in.
They got their money, they don't care.
Yeah, so we get there.
Yeah.
And, once I got outside of the subway station in the city, this is a joke. There's no snow. It's all melted and whatnot. It didn't really collect until later that night.
Yeah.
It was a joke. The concert, the area was completely empty for the first band, which was Iconopop.
Yeah, that happens anyway.
But then it filled up a tiny bit, but still really empty. And then finally, by the time Passion Pit came out, it was almost full. I don't know where these people came from. I don't know how they made it into the city. But they did. But here's what happened. Here's the thing. At the end of the show, after they played their encore, they flicked a switch, and the ceiling erupted in a flurry of confetti snow. I just turned around and went, "Oh my gosh! It's followed us inside!"
Oh wow! And everyone laughed around you, I'm sure. Hilarious.
No one laughed. But yeah, it was kind of nuts. Let me tell you one thing though.
Yeah.
Matt and Kim are two musicians from Brooklyn. And they are insane. They are awesome, but they go nuts on the stage. They just go. They just lose it. You can tell they're having a good time and really enjoying themselves.
It's kind of like you. It's kind of like you doing the show. It seems like you really enjoy it. It seems like you're just out of control.
I hope so.
Is that the same way?
I don't know. Well, it was weird because Kim went crazy. She said, "Yeah, I kind of fell down and hurt my leg the other day, so I'm wearing this brace. But you what? I'm gonna crowd surf anyway." So she walked out, climbed up on top of the crowd, and didn't do it horizontally, where people are actually lifting you. She was standing on their hands with her brace, dancing and gyrating for
I'm sure you
while
like
they're
that.
playing random techno. And then she also ripped her shirt off for a second.
Let me ask you about the garden, because I know they did some renovations. I don't know. I haven't been there in 2 years. Do you know? Did you ever go there before this, actually?
Not that I can remember.
Okay, so you can't really answer that question. Was it nice inside? How about that?
It was nice. A lot of the restaurants were closed.
All right, so what happened when you got out? Let's go back to the storm. You got out of the garden. What happened then?
All the trains leaving New York City were shut down. So we had to take the subway to Brooklyn.
Okay. You couldn't go home.
Nope, couldn't go home. Stranded in New York.
So you couldn't go back to Stanford. You had to stay in Brooklyn. And that was your storm situation.
Stayed there through Saturday, just kind of hung out, and then went and played Axe Cop Munchkin at somebody's house.
You didn't have to shovel anything or do anything?
And not until I came home on Sunday.
Yeah.
But on Sunday, we'll get this. There's some more stuff. On our way back from Brooklyn, we stopped over to get lunch in Chinatown during Chinese New Year. The celebrations?
Yes.
Nuts. Like there's first of all now there's snow, there's slush everywhere.
People are still celebrating the New Year.
Still celebrating. The ground is filthy. People are setting off confetti. I actually still have some. This went flying down. And I just caught it between two fingers like this, just right in front of me. I was very proud. And
what goes on Chinese New Year? Because I know is that like Mardi Gras? Mardi Gras, there's beads, and then you give someone the beads, and they reveal their chests to you. Does that happen on Chinese New Year at all? Is it the same thing?
No, it was mostly.
You're telling me that's nothing to do with Mardi Gras?
Correct.
I thought it was the same thing. Okay.
No, it was mostly. They're selling confetti cannons for $2 for $5.
Yeah.
That just go and shoot confetti into the air, and then there's lions dancing in front of like the cultural center and in the streets and stuff.
Right.
A very specific dance, I guess, and then there were fireworks going off in one of the parks, but not like fireworks, more like piff, piff, shooting smoke, and lots of like strobe fireworks. And it was really crowded, and it was pretty fun, and we got some really awesome food.
Okay.
Went to a bakery. Always a good plan.
So when you got back to Stanford, what was the condition? You're lucky you live in like more urban areas.
Yeah.
It seems like people kind of there's people that they give money to go out and fix the roads and such. Is that true? Do you live in a more of a modern society than I do?
To a degree, yeah. To an extent, we have several traffic lights, a bus system. You know, the sort of things you expect in a civilized community.
Yeah.
But the roads were actually pretty good. The only problem was, somebody plows our driveway, like the parking lot for my complex, but they won't plow your spot unless the person to your left and the person to your right both move or are not there.
So you got to shovel a little bit out of your spot.
I had to basically
John,
shovel.
How is it that every time
car.
these storms come, there haven't been many storms over the last 2 years have especially have been very strange with storms. Stuff I've never seen before in my life is happening with these storms. But anyway, it seems like John always finds a convenient way to avoid the entire disaster.
So far,
I don't know how this happens. Hurricane Sandy.
I just spent a whole 15
I'm
minutes
in San Diego.
shoveling, John. 15 minutes.
There's people that are still buried, John. I think you should go help them out because you obviously did not suffer enough.
15
You
minutes.
have to suffer like the rest of us, John.
Oh, I have to suffer? That's mandatory?
So what's going on with these storms, do you think? It seems like like I said, there's things happening I never saw before in my life. So really almost kind of strange things, whether we shouldn't really be getting. And I watched Al Gore's thing. He talked about this.
In truth?
I don't really know if I buy it until like everything he says. I know a lot of people don't like him. Oh, he's a liberal a-hole, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't know what your political affiliation is. You have your own opinions on things. But basically, like the science behind it, I guess there's like a water basin in the sky, is what he's saying, right?
Okay.
And it can only hold so much moisture, I guess. And similar to like an ocean, it can hold only so much water before it overflows. We're putting so much stuff in the air that's forcing this to expand, and then we're getting like a huge amount of rains and storms and things that we don't usually get. It's kind of across the world. There's all kinds of flooding and different things happening. So, what is your thoughts on this situation?
I never really thought about it that way.
How did you think about it?
Like, oh no, we're doing bad things. Stop sending things into the air we don't want to breathe. Oh no. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Which is kind of the same thing. I mean,
yeah, pretty much.
All right, this doesn't seem to be very interesting to you.
Well, I don't.
Well, there's nothing you could say about it. I'm just joking, but I don't know. I don't know. You almost have to think that it's partially true because there's crazy shit going on.
Yeah, I still think more wind, more solar power. Hey, if we pollute enough such that there's a lot more strong weather, that means stronger winds, right? If we've got a lot of stronger winds, that means that our wind turbines will turn faster. So the more we pollute, the more power we'll get from wind power. My gosh.
So that was that. I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's gotten.
Yeah, I hope nobody got hurt at all. Or anyone.
People did get hurt. People did get hurt. It's upsetting.
People died trying to dig their cars out.
People did die.
Why would you be trying to dig your car out? That's sad.
Because you have to go to work, and because if you don't do that, you die of starvation.
Oh.
Yeah, people gotta get around, man. So it's no good. But it's that. Then on Sunday night, we actually were able to film stuff, which I was very happy about.
It was awesome.
I was kind of freaking out last week, especially last week on the show. If you saw last week's episode, I was a little cranky. I was getting a little upset. Me and John had some run-ins here and there, but I think we smoothed it out. You know, we made up, and we actually got to film on Sunday night, and I was really happy with how it turned out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just kind of like had a talk with myself. Well, you kind of gave me some sense as well. John yelled at me a little bit. He beat me up a little.
Not literally. We're not in an abusive relationship.
And it's basically, you know, you just got to accept the fact it's going to take as long as it's going to take, and there's nothing we can do. And what John made me realize is, like, hey, look, this stuff is really good. So what you have, he's like, what we have so far is really good, and we just got to be patient, and it's going to be done when it's done. And
I mean,
sometimes the simplest advice is the best advice, and I have been brought back to the light, John. Thank you very much.
It's only this light because you made it this light, sir.
So we filmed on Sunday night, and I want to put over a place. We went back to Play and Trade.
They're so awesome.
And they let us film. They gave us free reign over the entire store, all over where we wanted to do. They just said that was fine, and we filmed in there. And I want to put them over a little bit. They didn't even ask me to do this, but I'm just going to do it. If you're ever in the Danbury, Connecticut area, I recommend you go to Play and Trade Danbury. You can find them on Twitter at PNT Danbury. They're also on Facebook as well. And
Give them all the monies.
Well, if you want to get something that you enjoy, you can get it. But I think it's the best game store in the state of Connecticut. Do you agree with that?
The best one I've ever been to.
I think it's the best one there is. And those guys are really great. We want to see them do very well and all that. So, how did you feel about the actual filming? I thought you did an excellent job.
It was fun. I mean,
it was actually, you know what? I'll say this about it. Was that we had a good time.
Yeah.
There's times where maybe like we always we do enjoy it, but there's times where it's a little more like of a struggle because it's difficult in execution. Some of the stuff we do, like how's this going to work? I don't know. We got to think about it and do things over and over. But this was pretty smooth, man.
Yeah, I mean, we got through it pretty well. I mean, my acting was a little bit going back and watching it, but it works.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
That was good, and, piece by piece, we're putting this together.
Step by step, day by day.
The part that upsets me like the most, the part that like got to me that kind of bugged me was like we're kind of stuck in limbo with it, like working on it, and then there's nothing, we can't work on other, or I can't do other things as long as this is going on. That kind of bugs me out. But you can only do so much. We can only do the best we can,
Yeah.
And this is the journey, and you got to trust if you're on a journey, you have to trust that the destination is worth the trip, right?
It is.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Oh, it's definitely worth it.
So you're very positive. And I talked to you, and I was like, John, we're not going to make any money off of these episodes, and he's just like, I don't care. And I'm like, John, what happens if no one watches it? And he's like, I don't care. And,
I want to watch it. F them.
Yeah, so he's like, John's just like, I just want to see. I don't care about anything else. And I was like,
I want to see how Schnoz and Hole Punch ends. Dang it, and that's not going to happen unless we do it.
So John just kind of like,
Rawr.
Got a good. How do you have this optimistic point of view on things? How did you develop this?
I got hit in the head a lot as a child.
So it's just from ignorance that you feel this way.
Probably.
All right, fair enough.
I never claimed to have like some magical secret to joy,
Yeah,
except cookies. And oh gosh, I'm getting hungry now. No more talk of cookies.
Calm down there. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. What are you doing for Valentine's Day? Do you have plans? Do you have chocolates? Did you make something? Did you? Well, I guess you can't say what the gift is, right? You get in trouble. Spoiler.
Well, also I have to check to make sure that she's not like in the room. So I don't think she is, but I know she's on Skype right now, so she could be lurking somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. So this is the first first Valentine's Day for you and the girlfriend. Is she still just a girlfriend, or have you moved on from that into more serious things?
What?
Just girlfriend, right? Okay, just girlfriend.
I was only aware of like 3 steps. Isn't it?
Oh, there's all kinds of steps.
Girlfriend,
man.
Fiance, wife.
There's all kinds of steps. There's all kinds of things.
I was under the impression it was girlfriend.
There's
Girlfriend.
mistresses.
What the heck is a girlfriend?
There's
Yo, man, you see my girlfriend?
All right.
She is so cool.
All right, so the first Valentine's Day. What do you got? What are you planning here? What's going on?
We're not really doing terribly much because she has a flight at 6 a.m. on Friday.
So you're not doing anything? Did you get a gift or
We're
something?
we're having dinner.
Try to talk to us here, John. This is
We're
what
having
doing
dinner,
Okay.
and like she's preparing the food. I'm driving all the way from Connecticut to Brooklyn, which should be an hour drive, but will be about 3 hours. And then I'm gonna have to drive her to the airport around 4 a.m.
Well, that's kind of. Is that the gift, or did you make something or get something, or you can't say? Do you expect to get a gift in return?
Probably a punch in the face. I'm kidding. I don't know. The dinner would be gift enough, honestly.
You seem like very
She's a
angsty
good
about
cook.
this. What's happening?
What?
You seem a little angsty about this. You just don't like talking about it?
Angsty?
Or you don't want to spoil things.
I don't want to spoil
That's why
stuff.
you don't want to talk about it. Are you excited? We'll just say in general. Are you excited about the day?
Yeah. It's just I know that between now and then there is a ton of garbage I have to do.
Yeah.
Like
do you
I have
think-
to do I have to like pack for.
All right, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So just hold off on that.
Okay, holding off. But yes, there.
What do you think
it's gonna
about
be good. She's
okay.
making dinner. What?
She's making the dinner. What are you making? Are you making a dessert or something?
I'm bringing the beverages.
You're buying the beverages. Or are you making
Yes. I'm not making any beverages, although. No, I don't really have a good way to make that happen. It's too late now. Dang
do
it!
you
You just
feel
gave me a
about-
great idea.
them? How do you feel about Valentine's Day? Do you feel like it's a real holiday? Do you hate it? Do you like it?
I think that it's it's a good way to honor someone removing all the snakes from Ireland, because if they didn't get rid of those snakes,
Wait a minute. That's
then
St. Patrick's
I
Day.
wouldn't want to visit.
That's St. Patrick's.
Exactly. St.
Valentine's is the one
Valentine,
where they chopped the dude's head off.
and he got
Or it was,
severely
no, it was a massacre.
he got severely martyred,
And
didn't he?
now what happens is what is it, like a retarded child comes and shoots you with a weapon. That's like the mascot. That's probably the worst of the mascots. Santa
Cupid?
Claus, Easter Bunny, and then you got a kid in a diaper with a weapon. We don't need that in our lives.
Well, I
There's
mean,
enough kids with weapons right now. We don't need this.
well, true, but the thing with this guy Cupid is based on. Isn't Cupid originally from Greek mythology? With a different name?
Not Icarus. I don't know. I don't care.
Oh,
You
not
wanna bring this
Icarus.
up?
Icarus is.
The thing I don't like about
Jack,
Valentine's Day, I don't like how it's on a weekday.
Well, it's always.
And the problem is you got
I got it. Yeah, he's totally Greek. He's totally Greek. I was right.
he's Greek. He's a Greek.
In classical mythology, Cupid is the god of desire, erotic love, and affection, and his Greek counterpart is Eros,
Yeah.
who's a slender-winged youth.
I don't know. It's kind of a fun day. It's kind of not. I don't know. I don't like how it's on like during the week, and then you have to kind of, here's a special another day. We got to go out and make reservations and things, and there's other people there. Everyone else is doing the same thing, but if you don't do it, then it makes you kind of look like you're not really like doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
As
like
part of a,
you got to keep up with the
thing.
Joneses.
You got to keep up with everyone else, right?
Yeah.
On Thursday night, got to go out there and be around other people. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it next time. How things went.
Okay, I'll
In
do my best to
in
not.
great detail.
So you're
You
saying
know what
I
I'm
should
saying.
mess it up horribly so I have a good story?
Or do very well, and then that's a story as well. We want all the details, John.
Ooh, that's a better idea than what I was thinking.
Minute by minute.
Wait, minute by minute. How many
Minute
updates
by
are you going to
minute.
need from me?
Several updates.
Mm.
John, you're going away.
You're staying.
Someone's got to stay.
Darn right.
Hold down the fort here.
Mm-hmm.
I got Ramborgians, lunatics.
Crazy people.
that I must contain. Imagine them on their own, out in the world, the destruction they would cause. So you're going away for what? 2 weeks?
About a week and a half ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, a week and a half ish.
People are saying, why do you have to go? They're upset. I'm looking at it right now. People are
I'm
very...
sorry.
Yeah. So, so you're going. You're not gonna be on the show next week. Is this what's happening?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in San Diego again, actually.
All right, tell us where you're going. The whole thing.
Looks like you've just won an amazing trip. Well, first, starting on Saturday morning, you'll be whisked away to lovely Los Angeles.
Wow, have you ever gone there before?
No.
Okay, cool.
There you will attend a lovely ceremony for a wedding, and also a reception. You may even get to go see scenic Disneyland.
So you're going to a wedding in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly what's going on, but it should be good. But wait, there's more. When you're done with scenic Los Angeles, just a hop, skip, and a jump away to sunny San Diego, and we all know what that means in German. And we're gonna visit my sister and hang out there a bit, and then we're flying away.
It's gonna be you and the girlfriend.
Yep.
Oh, so you guys, we shouldn't even talk about Valentine's Day because you're going on a whole trip together. That's kind of like the That's like, bigger than that.
Well.
All right, continue.
And then after that, we're flying for all of 1 hour to Las Vegas.
You're gonna be there for an hour.
It's an hour.
It's an hour flight. Okay.
Yep. And there we're meeting our friend Alex and Carrie, the White Mage, Carol Ann's business partner. And I'm also meeting my friend Brian and his friend Ben, and we're going to be there for the weekend.
Wow. Is there a certain place you're like looking forward to more than any other?
It's
just turned into a show where I interview you. Have you noticed that? How did this happen?
Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm very eager to go back to the gun range. That's going to be fun.
Where's that?
It's in Henderson, Nevada.
Oh, okay. You're into
and
that.
It is going to be awesome.
L.A. What you care about that at all?
I care about L.A. Well, the thing is, I only got access to the schedule today.
You're like on an itinerary. You have nothing to do with it.
I didn't get the itinerary until today because apparently, so on what day was it?
You're just
Friday
along for the ride, basically.
On Friday, Carolyn said, "Hey, if you could you please friend the bride on Facebook, and then she'll put you on the wedding thing, and you can get access to all this stuff." And I thought, okay, I'll contact her on Facebook. I mean,
you contacted the bride.
Like sending friend requests.
You contacted the bride.
What?
You contacted the bride personally.
So I sent her a message on Facebook, and she never responded. So I was like,
do you have pictures? Do you have pictures of yourself on your Facebook that you may have seen?
I've got my profile picture is a picture of me as Dan Hibiki.
Do you think she maybe was like, I can't deal with this right now?
Well, apparently, what ended up happening was I told Caroline, she said, yeah, messages from people who aren't on your friends list go in a different folder and they don't show up. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah.
What? Not to me. I don't get any dang messages. Mine all just show up in my inbox. I'm like, what are you talking about? I did not realize that. So I friended her, and within like a day, she's like, oh, okay, here's all the info. And I'm like, dang it, I did it wrong.
So while you're in LA, you're gonna make some connections for us, maybe audition for some parts in the Hollywood. Maybe what else could you do out there?
Well,
are you gonna try?
What do you think I'm wearing to the wedding, John? It's black. It's classy.
You should do that. You should wear the Dan Hibiki suit and run up to the bride. Oh, you want to talk to me on Facebook? You don't like how I dress, do you? You don't respect a man that wears a gi. You should totally do that, man.
Oh, that would be awful.
What? She's disrespecting you. She won't respond to you.
Oh, man. I would get kicked out
obviously
so hard.
She's discriminating against people that wear pink jumpsuits, boiler suits. I think you should confront her about this.
But,
so it sounds like you got a lovely trip ahead of you. I'm sure you're going to be talking about that when you get back. Right?
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, the Facebook mix-up was my fault. Because I did not follow instructions. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And honestly, like, I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully there's going to be... I mean, it's going to be nuts. Because when we're in Vegas, Carrie and Carolina are going to be at the convention a lot of the time. So we're going to be running rampant, the rest of us.
You're free to just do whatever you wish.
Yeah.
And you get a couple weeks away from me, too. How's that feel?
Sad.
I don't think so. You deserve the break. So yeah, next week's show, I don't know what's going to happen. It's either going to be me alone. That'd be an interesting show, huh? You don't think I could do it? You don't think I could carry a 2-hour program by myself? I might just do it just to show that I could. Maybe I'll get Howard in here, maybe someone else. I don't really know what's going to happen. But there will be some sort of product put out there. What I could do maybe is just take this show and then just put it out again, and maybe no one will even notice. That's or if I just take a few different ones and splice them together, no one will even know. No, we're going to have something new for you next week, so. Without John.
Splendid.
So all the OJ fans will not watch. We'll have no viewers left.
So, like, that one, those, like, 2 people.
The Pulpers? Is that what they're called?
Pulpy Pals.
The Pulpy Pals?
Yeah, I do want to say, though, before I forget,
yeah.
Happy Valen birthday, Quaso 1.
What?
It's Quaso 1's Valen birthday.
Okay. Congratulations. I don't know. I got some little things in the news. You want to go through some stuff?
Yeah, dude. Let's news it up.
Okay. The Pope, John. The Pope is stepping down. Usually this does not happen. Usually the Pope dies as the Pope.
Well, this is my chance.
Go until they're dead, and then they're done.
John, this is my chance.
The current Pope's decided that he does not want to be the Pope anymore. He cites old age and health issues, does not want to do it anymore. The last time someone stepped down, that was like 600 years ago, John. A long time ago.
Wow, I thought he wanted more time to pray as well.
I don't know if that's a joke or not.
No, seriously. I'd heard that. I could be wrong. But, John, you are aware what this means, right?
All right. What does it mean?
It's my chance. There could be
This is your lifelong dream.
Prepare it for the pulpy Pope.
I was the Pope, the pulpy papal. Yeah, I was the first. I'm the only one that knows this. This was your lifelong dream to be the Pope.
Dude, I'll make a pulpy proclamation to all the people.
And you were raised a Catholic, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Not really. Your parents didn't really. Your parents are Catholics, right?
Sort of.
You were never brought to church, raised in
no,
the church?
I was. Yeah, I was definitely raised Catholic.
Did you go to church much?
Yes.
You did. I didn't know that.
Yep.
When did you
Probably
stop?
not the same church as you. Unless it was, and we just never saw each other.
Well, all right. We don't need to name churches. Doesn't really matter. But when did you stop going? Why did you stop going? When was this? Did something happen, John? You seem like...
No, it's just...
when someone asks you why you don't go to church... Hold on.
Going to foreign religion, it's
whoa,
like
whoa,
a weird
whoa,
topic
whoa,
to me.
whoa. Don't tell me what my dream analysis has been correct all this time. Because when someone says, why did you stop going to church? And then you just put your head down and sigh and don't say anything for like 10 minutes. People are going to think bad things. So let's try this again. Why did you stop going to church? Or when did you stop and why did you stop?
Mostly because it's kind of creepy when everyone's saying the same thing at the same time in the same droning voice, and no one really seemed to be paying attention to what they were doing or saying, and
right.
Really just felt like a bunch of people saying words and not really paying attention.
So was it a personal decision on your own? Like, I don't want to go anymore, or was it like... it
was more of a, I'm not being made to go anymore. I'm not going to...
At what age did you stop going?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I'm definitely before college or at college.
I didn't really know about this with you. I did not know about this.
Know about what?
About what you just revealed. Yeah, I mean, I went to Catholic school, and I always went every week. I was made to go. And then when I got my driver's license, got my own car, I was still expected to go, but I would kind of spin it like, well, I'm going to go to this other mass that works out better for me because I have my own car, right? And they'd be like, okay, that's good. But then I would just go do something else instead of going there. And at times I felt guilty about it, so I would actually drive like to the parking lot of the church and then leave from there, which didn't even make any sense.
No, that made it technically true. You went to church.
Yeah, it's kind of like a half lie, I guess.
Yeah, well, You were hiding the truth. It was a half-truth, really.
Yeah.
Nothing was false, but it wasn't really honest.
Oh, the way I looked at it was like, religion is basically a big part of how you're going to live your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, I'm this, that's going to have a huge impact on who you are and the way you live and the way things you do. So for me, it was like, well, if I'm going to do that, there's got to be a good reason for me to want to do this. And the reason I was a Catholic was because that's what my family was, and that's what I was raised to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not really a great reason to make your entire life based around something, just because that's what they told you to do. That's what they told you to be. So, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to see what else was out there. I've read a lot of other things, like Buddhist stuff, and I've got the Gita. The Gita, you know the Gita, the Hindu book? I have it right here, hold on. Bhagavad Gita. It's a huge book. It's a huge book. So I don't know, I'd read all this stuff. This was like 10 years ago. I'd read all this different stuff, and I kind of realized, like, for what works best for me is like a little bit from this, a little bit from that, and just try to live a positive life and be a good person,
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, I really don't like to talk too in depth about religion and stuff, because in my mind it's a really personal thing.
That's perfectly fine. We're not gonna.
Yeah, no, but basically, just whatever you do, whatever your religion is, as long as it's not negatively impacting yourself or anybody else, then cool, have fun.
Yeah, I
don't try to. I don't like try to push my views on other people.
Teachings of the Buddha. This is stuff I would really get into this stuff at this point in my life, because I was just trying to figure it out what is it all about, as a young person. So you
were doing the religious hokey pokey.
I guess I did. Yeah, I guess I did. And I think there's good stuff in all those things. The Quran, all these things have good things in them, and I think that kind of bums me out when you think that people. Some people are just like, I'm this, and they were raised as this, and they almost look at these other things as like they're evil entities.
Yeah,
right.
It's really
that's really messed up.
Yeah, it's not cool.
I refuse to look at these other things. That's almost bad. But there's good stuff in all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how we got off on that trail. I'm not sure how we come back from it. Let's just go back to what we said in the first place. The Pope is stepping down.
Yep.
And again, I mean, that's me, but I mean, some other people, you have to kind of be open to, like, what works for you, what works for other people as well. If someone is like, this is what I was raised as, this is what I believe, and this is what works for me, you can't dispute that. And that's where a lot of people run into problems. Like, wars are fought over this, John, right?
It's kind of sad.
You believe something different than I do, and you got to kind of let people do what works for them, because we're all kind of stuck on this rock, this giant rock floating through space.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. You don't want everyone to think the way you do.
Wow.
If everyone thought the way you did, it probably would not be a place you wanted to live.
Well, yeah, everybody would go to the store at the same time.
Yeah. So. That's that.
What? It would happen. I'm just picturing that, like, a whole horde of OJs going to the grocery store. And we're all waiting in line. We got the same complaints, and we're all buying the same food.
That's a frightening thing. Dungeons and Dragons would be like the Super Bowl. That'd be like the biggest event.
Oh my gosh!
It would take arena with OJ clones and.
Wow, dude. No, think about this.
Yeah.
Like, no, it wouldn't be the Super Bowl. It would be the World Series, because it takes forever and is really boring unless you're involved.
No one would watch. You
don't like watch.
You don't like watching other people play it?
Not as much.
All right.
Dungeons and Dragons is fun, but I'll admit, it's one of those things that can also make you very sleepy.
Yeah. So I got like a mishmash of just random stuff here. There's no segue here that's gonna work. The Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition came out.
I know. Did you like my centerfold? I think that it really captured my thighs very well.
And this is like, I don't know, this seems like if you look online and stuff, it's like a big deal. There's all kinds of articles about it. We're going to talk about that in a second, but they did the first fashion shoot on Antarctica, John. Is it Antarctica? Arctica? Do you say the C? I don't know how to say that word.
It's actually Antarctica.
Antarctica?
You don't say any of the you don't. The only consonant you say is the N.
Antarctica?
Oh, and the R. Antarctica. Antarctica.
Antarctica? I think
Antarctica.
you're trolling me here. I don't think that's true.
I'm definitely owing you.
They did the first fashion shoot ever on this continent, and they had the chick go out there. Look it up right now. It's Kate Upton. Look it up. I want to see what you think about the shots. Kate Upton. They brought her there, and I thought maybe when I first saw it, I thought maybe it was like a green screen deal, but they actually filmed like in like 0 degrees. What do you think about the photos? I want to see what you think about it.
So, which am I looking at? TMZ's footage or?
It should be pictures, not footage. Footage might be something you don't.
Okay. Okay, the picture with her in a coat about to get frostbite and die.
Yeah, so
right?
those are the photos that came out. What do you think about the photography? I think it was kind of a cool idea to go to a different. Like,
cool idea. I get it. It's kind of cool, but like, I'm pretty sure you get frostbite mad quickly out there.
Yeah. Do you find it? Do you find it like? Do you think it's a sexy pic? What do you think? It just seems cold to me. Like I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
I'm sorry. What?
Okay, so it seems like
I'm kidding. But no, like, yeah. Well, if you needed glass cutters, I think that would be appropriate. Right.
So my whole thing is like, I don't understand the Sports Illustrated thing. I think maybe that's from like another time. Like there's probably people out there that are older and they have like every issue. Maybe they collected this or something. I don't know why this is even a big deal anymore, really. Because you could also see all the photos for free, like you just did.
I only saw the photos of her on the boat.
Yeah, right.
That's all I saw.
They're out there though. So. I don't know. My question to you: did you ever buy one of these things before, like a magazine with chicks in it, like bathing suits and stuff? Like, did you ever get into that? Would you ever pay money for that? Is what I'm trying to ask.
If they're not wearing bathing suits, that doesn't count as one with bathing suits, right?
Did you ever spend money on some sort of pornographic material? Spend actual money? No, this is a general question.
What's a question?
Did you ever actually spend money for this stuff?
For the Sports Illustrated swimsuit?
For any type of like magazine, just for like to look at chicks, whether it be porn, movies, magazines, Sports Illustrated swimsuit, whatever. Have you ever done anything like that?
John.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you heard of the internet?
That's what I'm asking you. This is the point I'm trying to make.
The internet.
All right, so you haven't done this.
It's what the internet is for.
Exactly. You made my point for me.
Aye.
That's what I was trying to get you to, man. I was leading you to that.
The internet is for scorn. The internet is for scorn.
Yeah. I don't think I only ever spent money on it like one time. And I was like, I was probably like 15. It was me and two other friends. One of the guys, one of my friends turned 18, and that's when you could buy it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me and my other friend were like 15, so we both put the money together, and we convinced the 18-year-old dude to buy us something, and he didn't want to do it, and he had to go. He had to go into the store. We got it at the mall, right? So it wasn't even like hardcore. It was like some kind of like, I don't know. So he goes in there.
Go to the snack stand in the middle of the mall. You know the
one.
No.
This was a video. So it was at like one of the old school like video stores.
Oh no!
So he goes in there and we're like, and we don't even like we can't all go in because then they'll like want to cart everybody, right? So he goes in. He picks up like I don't know. He must have just grabbed something randomly, and he goes to the counter and then he felt all embarrassed and he got this for us, and then we had to like share it. So one guy had it first. And then he's like, he has it for like a couple days. He brings it over to my place, and he's like, I don't know if you're really going to like it. So then I look at it, and it's like some like softcore thing from like 1972 or something. It was just awful. And then I'm just kind of like, yeah, we're never going to do that again.
So basically you got like poor porn. Poor quality porn. Low grade.
That's just how it worked out.
Aw.
And yeah, and then you know, the internet got bigger.
Just sitting there for an hour waiting for one JPEG to load.
And you know, of all the amounts I've watched of it, probably in my life I've watched about an hour of pornography because I'm an upstanding citizen.
If you were upstanding, it would be because you were watching porn.
But I've never spent a dime on it. And I don't understand why people do this. And they still have these magazines and stuff, and people still get them. I don't know.
I like how we're talking about religion, and now we're talking about porn.
We'll bring it back to the religious talk, if that's what you're into. You want to get the physical magazine.
John, please don't talk about
That's your prerogative. That's perfectly fine up to you. Do you have anything else to say about this topic? You seem like you're just being put through like a gauntlet of things you don't want to talk about today.
Yes. It's weird. It's like you're starving me and then deliberately asking awkward questions.
I'm what you? Say that again.
You're starving me and then deliberately asking awkward questions.
What's awkward about these questions?
Porn, religion, Valentine's Day plans.
All right, let me ask you. Do you know anyone that ever like spent money on porn? Do you know like a friend or anything? That would be like
good question.
That would be like, hey, look at all this I have, and you'd be like,
no, nobody ever did that.
Just go, look, you're an idiot.
Nobody ever did that. No.
All right. I think maybe we had it easy because imagine people like in the 80s and the early part of the 90s, you know, that had to have these videos and they had to like stash them and make sure no one found it and all that. That'd be terrible.
You know what I do remember?
Paranoid if you had this stuff like in your home, you had to store it and all that.
Well, I remember there's a video store near where my cousins live on Long Island. Yeah. We used to walk there to get videos all the time.
Yeah.
And we're in there, I don't know, we're probably about 13, 14, going to rent a movie. And somebody says, Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style isn't a real video. You just made that up. Just, you know, my cousins were talking with one of their friends.
Yeah.
The guy who's working at the store says, hey, hold on a second. Walks behind the curtain behind the counter, comes back out with a videotape, and it's Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style.
And you bought it.
It does exist. He wouldn't let us, you know, get it because we were like young.
He just wanted to put it in your face.
He just wanted to say, yes, this does exist.
Oh, wow. You know what? This brings me back to something. I remember, like, this goes back in the early 90s, and there'd be all these mom-and-pop video stores. And they'd have the porno section, and it'd basically be like they would separate it with like a curtain, or it'd be like sometimes it'd be a separate room, sometimes it'd just be an area that was curtained off, or they put some type of blockage. And when Blockbuster came out, Blockbuster Video basically destroyed all these mom and pop stores. They basically put them all out of business, just completely destroyed them. And what happened was a lot of these stores had these going out of business sales. I remember going to one because I want to get some like Super Nintendo games, and I'll find some for cheap or something.
Oh, no.
And it was like, 90% off. And these dudes were like, what they would do, you go up to the counter, they'd give you a black bag, John, a black like tote bag. And these dudes were going into the porn section, filling multiple bags of these videos, and then bringing it up to the counter and then buying as much as they could possibly carry. They would buy. And I just remember looking, and I was old enough to understand what it was all about. I was just like, wow. There's some pathetic individuals here.
Oh.
But that was a sight to behold that I will never forget.
My gosh. A bulging sack of porn.
It was multiple sacks, John, of just as much as they could carry.
Do you have any idea how much DNA evidence is probably in that bag?
Yeah, it's a yeah, you're
CSI
right.
would have a field day.
You're absolutely right. It's tape. They're tapes that have passed from person to person, So.
Among other things.
Let's move to something a little more comfortable for you. Last week we talked about Game of Thrones. Remember this?
Yes, we did.
And I got a few messages from people, and they're like, "Oh, we like the Game of Thrones talk. Are there any other shows that you guys are into and you watch?" And there's a couple things I always watch. I want to talk about something today. I know you like as well, and that's the show Archer on FX.
Can't or won't.
Is that a quote from the show?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, there's a show I really like. Always, there's a couple shows I always watch every week. I always make sure I watch. That's one of them. And I just think it's excellent.
Oh, the show is comedy gold.
What's that dude's name? H. John Benjamin.
Yeah, he's
the
got
voice
like
actor.
12 first names.
Yeah, that's an awesome show. I would definitely recommend people watch. It's a great comedy show. You know.
It's very dirty, vulgar, and hilarious.
It is, but it's right on the edge there, where it's not like overdone.
And I like it.
And you like it, yes.
This is how you get ants.
And then I started watching recently. I started watching the other show he does, Bob's Burgers.
I heard that was awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really good, actually. I've gotten into it recently. And what I love about it is it's an actual like show about characters, and they have their own little world. It's not like a lot of these other shows that are coming out. Like, it's all about referencing things. Like, that's the joke. The jokes are like references to other stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy looks like so-and-so celebrity. Here's a situation where these other celebrities or the characters are in a movie that people might know or something. You know, it's all like references to shit. Okay. So, but this show's like, here's the characters, and they interact with each other, and the jokes are based around the plot of the show.
Huh. And does the show's plot, like, does time advance and do things change, or?
No, it's kind of Simpsons-ish in that way, but
Eh.
you don't like that.
I like it, but I like a show where watching them in order, there's a clear timeline.
Yeah, there really isn't. But it's funny, and it's good. And
Archer does, but it's not very pronounced.
No, Archer does have an ongoing story. The characters will introduce themselves, they'll die, they'll come back. You know, it follows an order, I think, definitely. Not like super strict or anything, but it's definitely there. Like, yeah, I guess you're right.
It's not as pronounced as like Arrested Developments, where you kind of have to watch or it doesn't make sense.
Mm. Live action shows you kind of have to move it more because the people get older.
Oh yeah.
Cartoons they're kind of ageless. Well, it's funny, like we said, like the voice actor does both shows, right?
Yeah, and no one else can do his voice. It's so distinct.
He does the same voice too for both, but
for like everything.
The new season of Archer, I think it's season 4 we're on now.
Yeah.
Do you know about the first episode?
No. Oh, the pirate one.
No, that was last season. The new season.
No, I know nothing about seasons 3 or 4.
All right, the new season, he has amnesia when it starts, and he wakes.
Spoiler alert.
It's just the plot. It's a general plot breakdown.
Fine.
Are you okay now?
I'm okay. I just don't like spoilers.
It's not a spoiler. It's like if you saw the commercial.
I don't have commercials. I don't watch TV.
Do you want to go in the other room? I mean,
It's fine, John. Go ahead. I'm kind of messing with you a little bit.
Basically, it opens up. He has amnesia, and he thinks his name is Bob, and he works at a place called Bob's Burgers, and that's what they did. And it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is getting meta right there.
Yes. Are you okay now? Is that too much information?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the porn again?
Can I?
No, you can't.
Oh.
All right. Do you want to do comments now? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's do it.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Not that I can remember.
All right, let's do comments now, because I think we've been on for like an hour. I'm not really sure.
We've been on for an hour and 2 minutes.
Why do you know it down to the minute?
Because I looked at the clock, and we started at 6:30, and it is 7:32.
You are wise. You are wise, John.
I can read some numbers.
All right, get to those comments.
Tell you what the time is. All right. Our dear friend, Redneck Common Potato, says, I think OJ should pull a Margera and get a penis brand on his ass. Face salt. Fault. I hate you all.
Wait, what?
Shut up. I think that I'm not getting a tattoo on my butt. I am not getting a tattoo on my butt. It's not going to happen.
They had several thumbs ups, and I was kind of confused by that. You know?
Well, John, it's just more proof that Everybody wants to see my butt. It's just a fact of life. People want to see my butt.
Right.
It's just the truth. Everybody out there, my butt is not for sale. You can't have it. You can't label it. You can't brand it. You can look at it through pants. That's all you get.
Yeah, I was like, I put the show up last Wednesday night, and then I go to sleep, and then I got up the next day, and I'm like, oh, what people are gonna be commenting about? Maybe like the hour and almost 2 hours worth of stuff we talked about, and then it was like the top comment was, I think OJ should put a dick brand on his ass.
But
And then I felt like, all things are good in the world, you know?
Well, why would I want to put a brand on your face? Wayo! That's right.
Okay.
Next comment
Yeah.
is from James Jameson. Whoa. Whoa,
What?
that's cool.
What?
Johnny, the Maury Show is filming in your hometown. Go and ask for a DNA test to see if Bob Saget is your dad.
I think he's talking to you. You're the one that lives there. I don't live there.
He's talking about, oh, the Maury Show is filming in Stamford.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I really want to find out the truth, because now I can always hope. Hope that Bob Saget is my sire.
So if you actually
Will give me all of his money.
So if you actually found out that he wasn't, it would destroy your entire world would come crumbling down upon you.
I don't know. My dad's still my dad. My dad kicks effing butts, so
Right.
meh. I could live without Saget.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen the Maury Show or Jerry Springer or any of that stuff.
Is Springer
so.
in your town?
He was, I thought.
Why is all this stuff in Stanford? It's very strange.
It's close enough to New York to be convenient, but far enough that no one has to go to New York.
It's cheaper.
Probably.
Wow. We filmed in Stanford.
You're darn right, we film in Stanford. Oh man, we got some more stuff going down here.
All right, let's keep going.
A.T. Rana asks, Ballsy house, huh? So is it Ballsy Matters next? What about the balls of life and ballsy strokes? What you talk about, OJ? Now, I gotta tell you, Ballsy Strokes is an entirely different kind of video that John and I did not do. The name was already taken, and you don't want to Google it.
Ballsy strokes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't do that.
I like Vagilis's comment right now.
What did you say?
Can you feel the balls tonight? Sorry, I like that song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got some
Balls
more.
of Life, that's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Ballsy Matters sounds more like a... Ballsy Matters would be, I think, one of those medical shows.
You can put balls with any title and it works. Just stick it in anything. A lot of those shows were from the 80s, you know? Like, the 80s was probably like the sitcom golden age. What do you think? People just watched a lot more TV at that point.
Yeah, they really did.
That's pretty much why. They kind of gave up. Well, plus, like, sitcoms now, I mean, like, so much has been done already, so I think it's really hard to do.
You're like, where can you go from here?
There's nothing, yeah, I mean, they've done so much with how much what could you do there? I can't speak. Just keep going.
All right.
We're all screwed up. All right, keep going.
We got more sitcom comments.
Really? All right.
Helen Kenobi asks, are there any more lost episodes of Full House? I would like to see the one where both OJ and Kimmy Gibbler together haunt Uncle Jesse's dreams. Meanwhile, John Rambo makes everyone in the Tanner household realize that Michelle is a spoiled brat.
I probably would do that.
She is. And that would be amazing. I mean, the one where...
they stuck you with Kimmy Gibbler. What do you think about that?
Well...
How do you think you would fit into the storyline? Do you think it would be like let's say we both moved into the house as the next two helpers to raise the kids.
I'd be Uncle Joey. I'd probably be Uncle Joey's like nephew or something. And we just make horrible jokes at each other the entire time until we got booted out of the house.
Do you think his jokes are funny? Do you think he would like your jokes?
Cut it out.
I think like what would happen was like you would come in and the storyline would be like he doesn't really like you because you kind of stole his gimmick. And he's kind of upset about it. Maybe the whole family likes your jokes better than his.
Aww.
And he feels like he's alone. And then at the end, you have to go, like, the whole family with you has to go to him, and he's, like, out in the woods or something, and you guys, like, have, like, a heartfelt speech about how you care for him, and we're gonna respect each other's space, and then you both start doing jokes.
To him.
Yeah, exactly. And then you both start doing jokes back and forth.
Oh gosh.
What about me? What would I be on the show?
I mean, well, the whole problem is that Uncle Jesse's supposed to be the cool one, and you're so much cooler than him that, honestly, I think everybody would probably be chasing after you. You'd have some problems.
Well, I would hang out with Saget a lot.
Saget's sister in the show would probably start chasing you.
I'll steal Uncle Jesse's girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be the same exact storyline we just talked about, just with the other characters, which is kind of like what they would do a lot.
Yeah.
The same storylines over and over again, just with a different kid.
That's a good point.
All right, we just wrote like a season of shows right there.
Check it.
Let's keep going.
All right. Son of Taz. I watched the whole show. I think it's the opposite of the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, I don't really know how to take that one.
Does that mean that we're clean or that we're
I don't really know how to take it. I mean, I also take it as a compliment. I don't really
like,
say. I just thought
am
it was
I
interesting.
doing well? If we wanted to be more Howard Sterny, hold on. Give me a second here. 1 second.
I don't know what's happening right now.
There we
People
go.
at home might want to cover their eyes.
There we go. Got to have the hair down over the shoulders.
That's like
all
the
messy.
that's like the '80s Howard.
Yeah, 80s Howard. Bam!
I don't know. I mean, I grew up on that stuff. I still listen to it all the time. I used to have the show on the E Network.
Real? Oh, for a little bit, yeah.
And it was on from like 11 to midnight, and I would watch it when I was in high school, like every night before I went to sleep. That was like the last thing I would watch. And I also watched. I listened to the Opie and Anthony show every day.
Oh, before they got like booted a million times.
I think they're on or Sirius now.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to any of that stuff anymore. I don't really have the time to do it.
You've passed them.
But, no, that's not true. They get paid for doing better things than me.
Sorry, you matured past them.
No, I mean, like, there's a lot of good stuff there. It's very funny. I think Stern now, I think he could be a little, it's just like, it kind of comes off like an old man, just kind of like yelling at things now. And most of his interviews just kind of break down into like, have you ever been molested? Have you ever had a three-way? That's pretty much what it breaks down to. A lot of
molested during the three-way.
Exactly, yeah.
Were you molesting during the three-way?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure they're still doing good stuff out there. I don't know. So.
Oh.
I mean, is he the most successful radio person ever? I mean, I don't know.
You think so? I guess so.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been around for like 40 years.
That's a while.
30 years, something like that. I don't know. So.
That's kind of significant.
I don't know what this dude's talking about. We're the opposite of it. Maybe you could, I don't know, try to elaborate maybe in the comments next time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark, Son of Taz, please tell us what you meant.
Let's move on here. Keep going.
Mark Eric Thompson says, a bit of tension between you both. I hope you guys sort it out.
Yes.
I think we sorted it out.
I think we talked about that, yeah.
We had a big slugfest, and we kind of just went...
Do you think that,
Ow!
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
You punch yourself in the throat?
No, I, like, stretched a muscle in my neck. Ow!
Alright, here's a question. Can you stop?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you feel that, because we were friends, right? We were good friends. I'm trying to put it in timeline here. So we're good friends, we were good friends, and then we started doing this kind of stuff together. Do you feel like since we started this, it's changed our friendship in some way? Do you feel like it's altered things at all?
We don't hang out and just hang out much anymore.
So
we're always doing stuff now.
So you feel like we don't just have any downtime, we just hang out, we're always just like work mode?
Almost always, unless there's a giant weather emergency.
So you upset about that or what?
I don't know. I miss hanging out with you, but we are doing good stuff.
Right.
That's why it's nice when we go to the same burger place every time and get food, because then we get to relax for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll get back to that point. Do you think it had any kind of negative impact on our friendship at all, or?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's interesting. Like growing up, though, we always talked about doing this kind of stuff. or how we wanted to.
Yeah, we always wanted to make a show or something.
Yeah, we always want to make a movie or do something. So it's kind of cool that we got to do it, because how many times you talk to someone or about something or want to do something and it never happens?
Yeah, but we're doing it.
We actually did it.
Living the dream.
Well, I mean, it definitely changes things, because I think no matter what, like if you start working with someone, I don't know if it's really working because we don't make any money. But like when you start doing things like that, it kind of changes things. No matter, like, you can't stop it. It's just how it works. But I think in the end, like, I think I found even more of a respect for you, because I could see you, like, you act and stuff, and I go, oh wow, look what this guy can do. I grew up with that dude. You know, I grew up with that guy.
Not to mention your amazing literary skills, sir.
All right, so let's keep going.
Pathos Eater says, the sexual tension between Rambo and OJ is so heart-touching. I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Yes.
I don't remember if that's Phil Collins or Peter Gabriel. I think it's Phil Collins.
It's Phil Collins.
Yeah!
Yeah, maybe that's what the tension was. I don't really know.
Well, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, John.
Yeah, well, we're not hanging out.
Did you send me anything?
I did not, you freak. Stay tuned to the next 200 episodes of the show to see where this may go. Let's move on, because I got to get going out of here.
All right. General Froggy and Me says, since Attack of the Show has gone from G4, watching the show really reminds me of it in the topic sort of way, which urges me to ask if some small-time TV channel wants to make the show into a TV show. Would you say yes or no, and if so, which small-time TV channel?
Read that like a normal human being.
There's no punctuation. There's
Just
one
read it
comma.
normally. Read it like a normal human.
And that, everyone, is what Yahtzee does every day. Since Attack of the Show has gone from G4, only comma, watching the show really reminds me of it in the topic sort of way, which urges me to ask if some small-time TV channel wants to make the show into a TV show. Would you say yes or no? And if so, which small-time TV channel?
I like how it's got to be... Why does it have to be a small-time TV channel?
HBO must want us.
It's just like, yeah, you know, you guys. I don't see you guys ever being much of... maybe like a small-time cable access channel will pick you up or something. No,
Well, that's how some people got started. That's how Mega 64 started.
I don't think he's saying it like that. Would we accept do a TV show? I think we probably would. You know, I don't want to be like, you know, censored in some way, or if it's some kind of deal where like Wayne's World, you know, where you got to put the sponsorship's name in the name of the show or something. It would suck. But I would definitely do it, because I would love to see what we could do. Like if we could do this like a full time.
Wow.
And imagine like we could like when we did today's show. We didn't talk. We talked for 0 minutes about what we're going to do on the show. Imagine we had like a full day where we could just talk about what we wanted to do and what we could come up with. And that's why
Stop revealing them. Yeah.
That's what I would like to do, you know.
Wow, we'd have like, oh, that would be sick.
I'd really like to see like what we could do if we had the proper time and resources. Imagine you had like a blank check behind you and you could just make anything.
It would be like the Spectacular, only with a budget.
So we run, yeah. I mean, a lot of the things we run to, the problems we run to are things that are really out of our control. That's really frustrating. So if it was like
the best we can.
So if it was some kind of deal where it was like, you know, you guys can have time to work on things and you could also afford to eat, then that'd be awesome.
Have a place to live.
I would definitely take that. Why don't we? We're not gonna do the next two comments. We're gonna hold those, and then we're gonna do some calls for about 10 minutes, and then I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's good because I can't read anymore anyway.
Are you okay today? What's going on?
I took my glasses off. The pictures.
You always get like this, like before you go on a trip. You
Yes.
always leave like 3 days before you actually do.
I don't leave. I freak out, man. I gotta pack. I gotta pack up candles. I gotta label and cover candles. I have to pack all my clothing. I have to pack stuff for tomorrow. I have to fill up the gas tank tomorrow. I have to go to work tomorrow. I have like a whole half pie to eat. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I gotta do.
All right. Chill out.
I was joking.
So we're gonna do about 10 minutes of calls. So the way to do that, go to Skype, type in JRP the show, send me a instant message. Then we will bring you in to the show. Yeah.
Wow, I just did the Hot for Teacher opening drum part on my face.
Don't do that.
Why? It sounds really cool.
Let's see here.
Oh, who do we get? Who we got coming in?
I don't know. I don't have anyone yet.
Wow.
All right, I got a gentleman from Belgium.
Oh, man, best country ever.
His name is Victor. I'm going to try to say the person's name before we call him so they're like ready for the call because there was a delay. I think that was part of the issue we've been having in the past, you know.
Oh, man. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Belgium.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for calling us today. What time is it in Belgium? What time are you staying up till?
It's 2 a.m.
Wow.
2 a.m. It's a lovely hour. You should go
It
out
is.
and walk around the streets with some sort of mask on. Is this cool? Like this starting time? Did you like? Is that why you're listening, or do you usually listen to it?
Usually I have school, but we don't have school this week, so I could listen.
Oh, wow.
Right on. Do you have some sort of question for OJ? Maybe a comment for OJ?
Or for Rambo.
Can I type something in the chat that OJ should try to say?
Okay.
Is it Dutch?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fine. Yeah. All right.
Is this going to be a swear?
No. It's not. Did you type it?
Almost.
Okay.
I'll open up the chat window here. We're preparing for some technical craziness.
Oh, he typed it into the stream chat,
oh.
John.
Yes, in the stream.
John, you have to say
Oh,
this.
my.
Is it-
All right, there you go.
Neilpard?
Close.
How do you say it?
Nijlpaard.
Nilpad.
Ah, I was close. Dang it.
Nilpad.
Nijlpaard.
What's that mean?
Nilpad.
It's a hippo.
Ha!
Nilpad.
Nailpard?
Nijlpaard.
Nailpad.
Nilpad. Am I saying it?
Nailpad.
How's my accent? John,
Yeah,
you've been to
it's-
Belgium, John. Come on, man. You've
I
been to the
know.
country. You've been to the country.
I know, it's awesome. Stroopwafel is nearby, and then there's beer and delicious frites everywhere.
Is this real stuff that you have, or is he just saying he went there?
It exists, but he's saying it wrong.
I say everything
He's
wrong.
saying it wrong.
What about curry ketchup? Did I say that? I said that wrong too, didn't I?
Oh, that was right.
Aw. I don't know. I just enjoy. I gotta say, Belgium is. I liked it so much. I went there twice. Like, it was just so much fun. And chocolate. Can't forget the chocolate.
Chocolate and beer.
Yeah, and
Chocolate
everyone
and
was
beer.
so nice. Seriously. I didn't know
Where
what to do.
Where did you go in Belgium?
Brussels, Ghent, Mechelen, I think Mechelen,
Yeah.
and Bruges. There's
Yeah.
a really cool clockmaker that we saw too.
There's a movie. You know this movie? You ever seen this? Anyone?
I've seen it.
You've seen it? That's a
Yes,
great
I
movie,
have.
man.
It is.
Have you really seen it?
Yeah, I have.
Do you like it or what?
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I thought it was really funny.
How did you feel about them making fun of Bruges all the time?
We make fun of ourselves all the time, so it didn't really matter.
Aw. Considering the Americans in the movie were like humongously fat, I think you guys made out ahead in that one.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks a lot for coming on. I gotta kick you off because I try to get a few other people going before I go. Thanks a lot for calling from Belgium. That's really cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna call your
much.
house next. Okay.
Okay.
All right, dude. See you
All
later.
right, sleep well.
Bye bye.
See you.
Yeah.
So basically, the Americans in that movie were Neilparts.
I don't think you're saying it right.
I'm not saying it. I'm bad at this.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try to get Joel on here. He's calling me. Joel, stop calling me, Joel. Hold on.
Stop calling me, bro. While John tries to get technical things working, I will entertain you with...
What? Who's coming here? Right?
Nothing.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello.
Joel.
Hello.
How are those dragons doing?
They're doing good.
Doing
They're
all right?
fine. Yes.
You okay? A little out of breath. What's happening?
I'm fine. The sock arrived. The sock.
Yeah, we saw the video of the sock. Have you been wearing it? What did you do with it?
I don't wear it. It's the Mighty Rambo sock, of course. But I'm gonna be... I want to get like a frame for it, like a rectangular frame.
Yeah.
And either like stick it above the TV or chuck it behind the my couch in my room or just something like that.
Do people
Something
like? Do
crazy.
people see it? They think you're weird because you have that.
I'm not quite sure about that. Not
Did
sure.
anyone try to steal the sock?
There was a guy called Daniel, Demented Monkey. Actually, he came over. He was part of the Ramboholic army.
A man named
I
Dan.
think yeah.
Tried to steal the sock. What do you want?
Yeah.
To do? What was he gonna do with it?
I have no
He was
idea.
gonna
I think it
defile
was...
and soil the sock.
You gotta
And
protect that
yes.
thing. You gotta protect it. That's
Yes.
gonna be like the Ramborsan Shroud of Turin.
Yes.
Did you see the part that OJ signed at like multiple spots for some reason?
Yeah. It was. At first, I thought it was like the pen came through, but I realized that it's
No,
on,
John
opposite
John goes,
ends.
oh, he signs it and he goes, oh, I don't like this pen. Then he finds another pen and he goes, I'm gonna sign it again. Then he screwed up a part. Had to cross it out.
Well,
Oh, that means
sorry,
for pulp stain.
I
Yeah,
tried
'cause
to use my very fancy paint pen, and it didn't work.
Yeah, it was a disaster.
I like this pen.
Joel,
Hey,
what's
do you
going on,
mind
man?
if... Good, yeah, we've had a couple floods in Queensland.
Oi.
Yeah, I was talking about earlier. Like that's something I saw then on TV as well. Like there's floods in Australia. There's
Really?
shit going. Yeah, there's stuff going on all over the place. Terrible storms and I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening to the world.
Oh, this is bad.
I just want to blame someone. Who can we blame for this?
Jesus.
Whoa, I'm not touching that. We already had our political discussion today.
Hey, do you mind if I could quickly ask OJ a quick question
That's
about
absolutely
you?
fine. Yeah, about me, sure. Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
This is a odd one, but OJ, do you think John reminds you of a white Tupac Shakur?
I don't know if John knows who Tupac is.
I know who Tupac
Tupac.
was. I don't
John,
know.
come
I
on.
mean,
You're friends with me. You were friends with Tupac when he was alive. Come on.
yeah, but it's so much better.
Well,
I
better
don't know,
rappers,
it's-
is that what you said?
As far as artistry goes, I don't know. I just
No,
find it a lot easier to listen to John's music than Tupac's.
he's his face, like his personality. Like Tupac was a very wise man. He was very smart with his lyrics. He just reminds me of John in that respect.
I
And
can
his
I can
face.
see. I can see the
My
comparison
face is like
between-
Tupac's face. Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, I mean, that's a compliment. I
can see the
like it a
comparisons,
lot.
but John's not a hologram.
Oh.
I will be someday. I'll
Oh,
haunt every
that-
dream you have, John. I went through OJ's dream world. Well, that's a compliment. It's definitely a compliment. I enjoyed the Tupacness, and that's how I am. I mean, that's what I am, and maybe maybe I'm him in another life of some sort. I don't know how this works.
Whoa, whoa.
Maybe I should start rapping. I don't know.
That
was
we were
obviously-
both
Yes.
alive at the same time.
He was very successful at it.
You were both alive at the same time. How'd you pull that one off?
I don't know how that works, John. I'm not a.
Like,
I have these books, but I don't understand what they mean.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
He was Tupac the entire time, but he wanted to stop being Tupac to become the leader of the Ramborgia.
I said I don't
oh,
want
that
to
makes
have.
perfect sense.
I don't want to have millions of dollars and find women. What I want to do is a podcast weekly. All right, Joel. Thanks a lot, man. I'm gonna try to get one more person here. I gotta go.
Thank you.
Enjoy the sock.
Aye,
Talk to you
sir.
soon. Thanks for staying up late. I don't know, early. I don't know what time it is there, but thanks, man.
See ya.
All right, bye bye.
Bye-bye.
A white Tupac. I don't know where that came from. Yikes. Let's see. We got a lot of the same people. We love talking to you guys. I'm trying to get some new people. We're looking at the chat, so if someone has something to say in the chat, we can probably answer it there.
Oh, yeah, what up, Reapers?
What does titular say? Next caller, ask about Schnoz Man, new episode. Why don't you ask us right now? I'll try to answer it best you can.
Sorry, world. Oh, man. Sorry, dude. I haven't practiced flute in a while.
OJ's flute.
Reaper wants to know who the greatest modern-day drummer is.
I don't really know. I'm not really up on stuff. I mean, like, the newest drummer I listened to was, like, Dave Grohl. I mean, I'm not really... I don't really know. I mean...
What about Pert?
Oh, Neil Peart. Well, he's from, like, the 70s, though, man. He's amazing, yeah.
He still plays, though. And the Black Keys...
Do you like the Black Keys? For stuff I haven't really listened to too much. I like the White Stripes. It's kind of like the same, right?
The Black Keys are pretty cool.
Yeah, good.
I don't like all their songs, but I like a lot of them.
Dave Grohl's hosting Chelsea lately. I did see that. I thought that was really strange.
Hey, Rambo,
More
how do you
crowd
guys want me
stories.
to ask a girl out tomorrow? Yeah.
How do you guys want me to ask out a girl tomorrow?
Successfully.
How do we want you to do it? All right, hold on.
Are you calling Mark?
There's too many questions coming in. John, answer the question. How should you ask out a girl tomorrow? Mark's a classy guy. We've talked to Mark.
I'm certain that you're completely capable of doing this without any input from us.
Yeah, Mark's a classy
if
dude.
you had to ask me, I'd say you buy one of those stuffed dogs that you can record your own voice into, and then you record something really creepy, and then you put the dog on her desk or whatever, and then she plays the dog, realizes it's creepy, and then you rescue her from the creepy dog.
Yeah, just do the opposite of all that, and you'd be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worst advice we ever had on the show. All right, anything else? We're going to wrap it up. Slinky says he sent you a gift, John, on Twitter. Mark is cursing. Mark is cursing in the chat.
All right, what do we got here?
What is the gift he sent you?
My face on an elephant getting effed by your face on an elephant.
Oh my god, that is rude. That is rude. All right, looks like we're done here. These guys aren't really asking much.
And titular, I don't know how you found out that we're both wearing the same pair of underpants, but it's been a while.
Things are getting weird
Longer
now.
than it should have been.
We
let this go on far too long.
Things are getting weird. OJ, are you smelly? Yes, he does. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up. I got to get out of here. I'm running late. Kind of a shorter show. I apologize. Only got a couple calls in. So,
sorry, guys.
If you like the calls, we kind of screwed you. If you don't like the calls, I guess you were in luck this week. That's all I
Hey, we
can
got
say.
some calls in there, though.
Yeah, we got a few in there. So that's it. We will be back next week. OJ will not be here. Everyone say goodbye to OJ.
I will miss you guys.
He will return.
Wish me luck in the flights and transportation. I don't want to.
Have a great trip. We will return someday. And yeah. So that's that. For OJ, this is John signing off. Thank you for listening and being a part of JohnRamboPresents. I just screwed up my own ending. The best in free and optional entertainment. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.